Hello everyone, this is Alex Delinquents, and welcome to my playthrough of Titanfall. Well, what can I say about this game that no one else has said? I mean, everyone has mentioned or talked about Titanfall. It was one of those really hyped up games. It was one of those games that some people thought was like worth getting an Xbox One for because it was an Xbox sort of exclusive, except it was on PC. It's on PC, and I'm playing it on a PC. And of course, when the game came out, the game was fun. A lot of people say like, "Oh, this is like a fresh take. This is like a new thing." And then people just said after a month, they just said, I had my fill. I'm done with this game." Yeah, it's another one of those like, hey, this game is trying some new things, but in the end, it doesn't do anything that becomes this killer app that a lot of people are hoping for. Nothing really against Titanfall. I have nothing really fully against it. It's just that, it's one of those games that gets so damn overhyped that when the game finally comes out, it doesn't turn out to be that marvelous experience that everyone was hoping for. It's basically the same thing with like the game like Watch Dogs. Like that game, wow, man, that game was overhyped as hell. And well, the game turned out to be alright. Like it wasn't a bad game, but it was like, wow, it was way overhyped. So anyway, anyone who doesn't know, which probably means like 2 out of the billion of people, Titanfall is basically a Call of Duty game, but with giant mechs. And it kind of makes sense considering that the creators of this game were the original guys who created Modern Warfare, the very first Modern Warfare, which was the game that basically caused the huge popularity of the modern military FPS, which, oh god, I can't say, but I feel a little angry at them because, no offense to them, but they created something that now has become like this parasite on the gaming world. Like a bunch of, most FPSs these days seem to be these very scripted modern military games, and they are so damn boring and annoying. And I just wish that, hey, let's make some really unique FPSs, which luckily we've been seeing a lot recently. The Wolfenstein: The New Order was a definite refreshing game. It felt very silly. It had a lot of good fun things, and yeah, it actually felt good to play killing Nazis, which is surprising. And also, let's not forget other great shooters like Metro Last Light, which I thought was amazing. It's actually one of my favorite games, along with BioShock Infinite, which also is another one of my favorite games. But you know what? I'm actually starting to talk too much in this boring-ass menu. I bet you don't want me to just keep talking while we're looking at this menu. So why don't we dive into Titanfall and let's just have some fun. But yeah, again, when it comes down to it, this is one of those games that got very overhyped, and while it's not a bad game, it's not anything that revolutionary. And I might discuss why. I'm going to play through a little bit. I only played like 3 or 4 matches, so I can't really I don't have like a huge impression on this game, but really so far what I'm playing, I feel like, okay, this is okay, but it's nothing that special. And, well, maybe that's also because I'm not the kind of guy who should be playing this kind of game, because I'm not a fan of multiplayer. I don't really find it that fun. There are a few exceptions of games, and sometimes I have fun playing multiplayer for a couple of days, and then suddenly I have my fill, but I'm done. I'm not one of those people who actually enjoys always playing multiplayer. It's just not fun for me. I prefer, single player games. Games that I can just experience by myself and everything. It's just what I prefer. So yeah, I'm not a multiplayer fanatic. Unlike my brother, who he plays Call of Duty a lot. I do actually have to admit that sometimes I do play with him. Sometimes he plays a match of Call of Duty, and then he passes the controller to me when the match ends, and I play the next match, and then once that match is done, I pass the controller back to him, and so on and so forth. It's something we do sometimes when we're really bored, or I'm kind of bored and I have nothing much to do other than to sit and watch my brother play Call of Duty. Alright, we're in Titanfall. I'm just going to stay with that. Alright, so... yeah, I'm not the best person to talk about multiplayer games, but might as well try. Now, I guess probably you're wondering about, well, if I'm not a big fan of multiplayer games, why do I have Titanfall? Simple reason. I didn't. This game is free for 48 hours on Origins. Yeah, there's some kind of... I don't know what it is. I think it's a weekend trial thing that they're doing, kind of like what Steam does sometimes. And so, hey, when I found that out, I decided, okay, I'll give this a try, because... again, I hear so many people go so overboard crazy about these kind of games like Titanfall and stuff that I decided I might as well try it out at least. And also because it's free, because heck, let me just tell you one thing. Being a multiplayer only game is not the only reason I didn't buy Titanfall. There's actually a few other reasons. Another reason, obviously, is that I don't own an Xbox One. I have no interest in an Xbox One. Maybe in the coming years, maybe when it's on sale or something, because, you know, Microsoft has done so much bad with when the Xbox One was announced and everything, that I'm going to just say that even if you say, oh, but they fixed everything up. Oh, I just got stabbed in the neck. Okay. Like, you can always say, like, oh, but they fixed all their problems. Like, there's no longer a paywall for Netflix and stuff. There's, the Kinect is no longer, with the system. You don't need all those stupid things, you know, yada, yada, yada. We all know that, you know, when it came to the first announcement of the whole Xbox One, it was just plain shit, and Microsoft had to pull a 180 to try to get people to buy the system. But again, that's like something. That's basically it. I don't care if they did a 180. They did. The fact is, they shouldn't have done that crap to begin with. It's stuff that really was not anything that was needed. It was stuff that just screwed with gamers, and when you screw with gamers, that's it. And the point is that I'm not ready to fully forgive Microsoft for all that crap they made us go through and stuff. They're slowly earning trust, which I'm actually have to say is good. And I'm kind of glad that they're fixing up the mistakes they made. But again, they don't have my trust yet. You know, I'm still like, you know, not fully convinced yet, or maybe I'm not. I wouldn't say maybe I'm not convinced yet. It's just that I don't feel ready to just trust Microsoft with my money and stuff, because they did all this screwing with us, and there's always a possibility that they can bring all that crap back once they get a lot of gamers to buy their system and stuff. So yeah, I'm not really fully prepared yet to forgive them. Anyway, so that was like one of the reasons, and of course, I guess I should say that, you know, considering it's also on the PC, I really didn't want to bother with some of the hassle with it on being on a PC, and, you know, I didn't really want, and of course, this is a big game with a lot of graphical, requires like 50 gigabytes, so, you know, again, I don't think I really wanted to go through a lot of hassle with it, but, you know, it turns out I'm wrong. The hassle wasn't that bad. This game didn't take too long with Origin and stuff, so I guess I was proven wrong that it wasn't much of a hassle. But other than that, there's also one last reason I didn't bother to buy this game when it launched or so, and that is the fact of that this game is published by EA, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I have made a solemn oath that I would not give any of my money to EA. EA does not deserve a single penny for what they've been like doing and stuff, you know? You know, all the bullshit they do, everything they do to screw with gamers, and, you know, their choices and stuff. you know about. You don't need to hear my complaint about it. We already there's like thousands of videos mentioned about it. They won worst company twice in a row, which of course I feel like, hey, there should be a separate award. They should be like they should have got the award for worst gaming company in the world, but not worst company of America, because heck, there's like a lot of companies that actually do much worse things. But yeah, anyway, EA is just a shitty company, and heck, they even were almost going to actually become a third year in a row. Oh, so yeah, I just say right to them that I really feel like they don't deserve my money, and it's basically boycott. I'm doing like basically what a lot of people probably do. It's just, hey, we have the right. I'm boycotting the game, boycotting EA or something. And yeah, so any game that comes out that's from EA, if it's a game that I'm interested in, I'm gonna wait until it's used, because when I buy it used, all that money will go to GameStop and not to EA. And yeah, I'll rub that in their faces. I'm even actually have to admit, I'm having the same feeling when it comes to Ubisoft now. I mean, Ubisoft is basically being considered the French EA, and oh man, I couldn't believe, like with Watch Dogs, they went way to the boiling point of really like how I had to just say, screw you, Ubisoft. I'm actually starting to have the urge to probably not do the same thing, like not buy anything from them, because like with like something like Watch Dogs went with like something with bunch of crap, like giving us like 5 different collector's editions, which basically it was forcing gamers to decide on what content to get. Already prepared season passes and stuff. Oh my god, it was just, why do gamers have to go through all this shit to play a fucking game? And like not to forget, like for PC gamers, they had to be hooked to Uplay, which is why I'm probably never gonna be getting the game for. Why I never probably will be trying to do a Let's Play of Watch Dogs on a PC. Oh, I've been ejected.
All units return to HQ. We are terminating this mission effective immediately. Mission aborted.
Okay, mission. I don't really even get the point of this part. So there's a moment where, okay, we failed the mission, so we have to get to our ship or something to escape. I guess it's supposed to add something new, but I don't find that I don't see much of the point. Plus, it forces us to wait till either all the players die or we reach the dropship or something. Okay, well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, but yeah, Ubisoft did a lot of. Ubisoft has been doing so many bullshit with like Watch Dogs and stuff, and even like some of their upcoming games like Far Cry 4 and stuff, that I'm really gonna just say that I really am starting to feel like I'm gonna do the same thing like I'm doing with EA. Man, I only played like 13 minutes, and I'm really just like been talking about. I actually have been talking about nothing about Titanfall, really. And I guess because, honestly, I don't see much to say. It's just, okay, I'm playing Call of Duty, really. The only thing different is just that I have this parkour set up, so everyone's moving pretty fast, which is pretty new. Nothing much else with that. And the whole Titans don't really feel anything that is spectacular. I mean, heck, when you get in them, when you spawn a Titan, there's nothing really that I feel different when I play as a Titan. I feel like, okay, so now it's Call of Duty, just I can't jump. I can only dash. Think about it. When you actually get into the giant mechs, you don't really actually play like something really unique or different. It just feels like, okay, I'm doing the usual Call of Duty style of game. I'm slow and moving. I'm slow and reloading. You know, the usual standard feel of Call of Duty. And the only difference when it comes to being on foot is just that you move a little bit faster and you're able to do parkour things, which is nice that you can actually get to different areas a lot easier and quicker, but I don't know, it just doesn't really feel anything that makes me feel like, wow, it's so different enough that this is just plain amazing. I don't really feel that way. Yeah, I guess there's really nothing for me to say about it. It's just, okay, it's an alright multiplayer shooter. I played a lot of other multiplayer shooters, and I find a lot of them I find just as fun or even superior. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to give me some hate for this, but I prefer, like, the Killzone game multiplayer over this. I don't know, Killzone just seemed to have something that I really like about it. It just has a feel that I really enjoy. Titanfall just feels like, okay, I'm just playing the game, and then randomly I get the ability to be in this very slow-moving mech. I'm able to kill tiny people very instantly, but in the end, I still just feel like I'm playing as just a giant soldier. But don't really feel like I'm hugely powered or something. I don't know. Like I said, I don't feel like the right kind of person to be talking about this game because I'm not a multiplayer fanatic. I don't really give a crap about most multiplayer games. It's just, I guess, I don't know. A lot of people like to talk about games like Titanfall, Watch Dogs, and stuff. And since, well, I got this game for free for 48 hours, I feel like I might as well at least play some of it. And, you know, throwing my 2 cents about it, but really there's nothing else to it. I can't help but feel like maybe, like I have this idea maybe, that hopefully within the next day or so, because again, I'm only limited to 48 hours, maybe I'll have my brother or cousin come over and visit me, and maybe me, my brother, or my cousin will take turns playing this game and just talk over it and stuff, and see if that really actually just adds some fun. I'm actually almost thinking about doing that a bit. And goddamn, this loading screen's taking forever. How freaking long must it take? Let's just stick with this. Let's go with that guy. I haven't really even seen much of a different loadouts or something. I guess I have to be in a higher class or something. Right now, I don't really have a different... Can't do different loadouts or anything. Oh, crap. I'm taking a sip of soda. Uh-huh. Oh, big max. Up. They spotted me. Leave me alone, I'm okay. I'm innocent. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, we're running through this. Oh, come on, really? I hate when that happens. I'll get back in. There you go. Happy. Ah, fuck. I don't don't see much of the point of even like talking over this. Again, I'm guessing really with me, this is just not much of a game for me to talk about because, okay, it just is a big Call of Duty game with giant mechs, and you know what? I'm just fucking repeating myself. I can do parkour stuff, which is fun, but I can't really discuss much with like the story or something. And I was able to be It's kind of funny because I was able to do a decent enough criticizing when it came to the Bioshock 2's multiplayer, but I think maybe that's because, you know, heck, I actually did play a lot of Bioshock 2's multiplayer when it first came out, mostly because of trophy hunting, and I was a big fan of the Bioshock series. But I don't really have much to say, and I think it's because it's just okay. It's a confidence shooter. It does everything basically right, but it's just nothing that amazing, and that's probably it. It's just okay. Like, and basically, I guess maybe here the other thing is that, like I said, everyone kept talking about this game. There was already so much about it that there's not much else I can say about it. This game, but like something like Bioshock 2, it was like a game that was mentioned, but it was never actually something that a lot of people discussed, and there was not a lot of people who really actually went really deep and explain why Bioshock 2's multiplayer was just alright. Here, however, everyone's been done to death talking about how this is that and stuff. And, I guess, because again, this is a very multiplayer focused game, so there's not really much else they can talk about it other than its multiplayer. And unlike Bioshock 2, which basically a lot of people know that the main focus was the single player campaign, multiplayer was just this small little appetizer after. So, yeah, I guess that's basically the reason why I was able to talk more about Bioshock 2's multiplayer over something like this, because, again, there's not really nothing much I can say about it. It's like, and maybe it's because I can't really spot much of a problem with this game. It's just basically every multiplayer game I ever played. It's just, some enemies are just bigger, which in some ways it makes me just feel like, what they basically are to me? They just remind me of the Big Daddy suits in the Bioshock 2 multiplayer. You're bigger, you have more armor power, and you're able to kill people in like one hit and stuff. So really, yeah, the Titans don't really feel anything that unique or different when you get down to it. Am I killing like real players or those robots or something? I'm guessing they might be real players. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. Well, let's get into it. Let's see if we can just Alright, thanks for picking me up.
Control transferring to pilot.
Yeah, I just don't have much to say. Maybe this might actually be a short playthrough because I don't have much discussion over this. Maybe, maybe in the coming days I might actually play this again with my brother and my cousin, and maybe we'll have a much more fun discussion time with it. And heck, maybe I'll throw in the webcam so you guys can see me, my cousin, my brother's face of reactions and discussions. Yeah, shut up.
Warning, health systems
All units,
low.
be advised. We are losing the battle and have sustained massive casualties. Defeat is imminent.
I'm actually starting to think, hell, maybe this is a new feature. I'll do a rip-off of Two Best Friends Play and call it Two Bros Play.
Another Titan is attacking you.
Yeah, I kind of noticed.
Warning, reactor overload.
Run! Oh, damn it. Oh, sweet, I'm at level 4. I really don't like this ending part where if your team is defeated, or even when you have to find the remaining ship, it's a last man standing thing. And okay, I kind of get that they could be interesting, but I was playing team deathmatch and stuff. I don't want to be like now having a moment where I'm playing the game. Now I'm playing like every man last man standing thing like that. Right now, I just got killed, and unfortunately, because we're playing last man standing setup, I can't respond or anything. So I'm just have to wait for these other players to die, or I don't know, the ship blows up and stuff. I don't really find this kind of interesting. I never really cared much for last man standing gameplay, because once you die, you're just stuck waiting for the other players to die. Okay, there we go. And I only seem to kill only 2 and 1 Titan, so whoop-de-doo, whoop-de-doo. I guess I'll play one more match and just see how things go. Did I unlock anything else? Challenge, custom, attributes. Okay, now I think I might be able to customize something, so... Well, at least I hope so. No, apparently it doesn't look like that. Do I have to reach a certain rank to unlock loadout change? I always hit... This is one of the reasons why I freaking hate multiplayer games. I hate the freaking fact that you are stuck with these like setups and you have to rank up in order to unlock certain things. Give me some other games that at least make me unlock things in the order I decide. You know, give me points to unlock them. Do what like Black Ops 2 did. Do what Killzone Mercenaries does. Do it where I earn points and I can spend those points on what device I decide to unlock first. You know, I'd rather do that than having to go through this thing about, oh, I want to get this really good gun, but I have to spend hours upon hours trying to unlock these other weapons that I don't give a crap about just to get this. Fucking hell. That's one of the things I hate about when it comes to these multiplayer games. And I'm kind of curious if people are talking. Yep. Okay, now at least I know that my microphone is not being heard. And luckily I know that I mute all the characters with from the options. And okay, good. We're loading. But yeah, I just hate that with multiplayer games or your stuff like that. And again, I have really nothing much I care too much with multiplayer. They're fun, and I do admit that there are some games where I feel like, hey, I would have liked to see some multiplayer in that game because, you know, there are some multiplayer games that I might feel like is interesting, could be very unique and fun. Like, heck, I kind of wish Call of War as Gunslinger had multiplayer, but I understand why it didn't. It was a cheap downloadable title, you know, $14. But you know, I found Call of War. Did I say Call of War as Gunslinger, or did I say Call of Duty Gunslinger? I'm kind of starting to wonder if I made the mistake. But no, but like Call of War as Bound in Blood. That multiplayer game was actually surprisingly really enjoyable. In fact, it was one of those few multiplayer games that I did found really damn fun, and actually was very addicted to play it. So, yeah, Call of War as Bound in Blood did something like that. Although, let's see, what was another game that I would say would be cool if they tried multiplayer? Metro Last Light actually would have been great with some multiplayer. They actually did have plans for multiplayer, but they canceled it. And in some ways, while people thought hey, that's a good thing, not all games need multiplayer, I still feel like, hey, well, you know, it still could be interesting, and, you know, it could have been an interesting thing. I would have liked to see what they could have done with multiplayer with the kind of gameplay. I mean, think about it, there could have been a lot of cool things with the fact, you know, if the battleground is, up on the surface and, you know, you have to maintain your gas mask and your flashlight powers and stuff while you're trying to fight enemies and stuff, you know, ammo could be extremely limited. It could have been crazy. I mean, heck, a game like The Last of Us, that game, you know, heck, is a masterpiece to a lot of people, and it did have multiplayer, which... Maybe I don't know what people think about it, but now it was some pretty good multiplayer. So, you know, heck, not all games with multiplayer and single player, it's not going to be a bad thing. It's not always a bad thing. Hey, again, does that mark points off for a game to not have multiplayer? No, I have no problem. I'm actually just pretty fine that. So, Metro Last Light doesn't have multiplayer because the single player is just freaking damn awesome. It's what I love. I'm just saying that, you know, heck, I wouldn't mind if they did try to put in multiplayer. I wouldn't mind so much if they did, because it would have just been hey, I found that this could be pretty interesting to experience. It might not be anything that special, but hey, it's there, and I can just have a little bit of a good few hours with it, you know. But again, not needed, and I get freaking kicked in the face. I'm actually even wondering if I'm going to even upload this video to YouTube. We'll find out soon enough. I mean, heck, if anything, this just gives me practice to experience the game and see if I can get to know much. Parkour is pretty good. Although I will say that I'm probably suck. I bet a lot of people are yelling out that I suck so much. But that is because I am playing with a controller and not a freaking keyboard and mouse. Heck, I don't even know if I have my brother or my cousin playing this with me. They will be using the controller too, because we both really just we're not keyboard and mouse knowledge and stuff. Like I always say, one of the reasons why I like playing with a controller is because I don't feel like I have to learn how to be a typist in order to have good feeling of playing with a keyboard. Like, I hate every time I try to play a game with a keyboard and mouse, I feel like I'm playing Twister with my fingers, and I hate it every time. I don't know if this is the best place to launch a Titan, but whatever. I want to go in. Thank you.
Transferring control to pilot.
Whatever the next pilot, you're doing well. All units, it's a very close fight. Closer than that line. Step it up down there.
Seek cover.
Uh-huh. Come on, come on. Yeah, I guess if anything, this game's alright, but it's nothing that I find that special.
You get to watch that up.
Oh, good, I did actually. Oh, wait, did I just step on someone? Is that what happened? I do have the question, though, like, why does a robot need to fully reload a gun or something? Like, why isn't it, like, attached to its body or something? I don't know, it's just that part always makes me wonder. I mean, I guess in some ways that just makes me feel less like I'm in a giant robot. I think that's also the... You know what, actually, that's now what comes to my mind. I don't feel fully like I'm in a giant robot because there's nothing that really feels like I'm paying too much attention. I mean, it has mostly regenerated health, and the guns require reloading, which, you know, is alright, but you're doing it in the animation style of actually, you know, just simply... for the most part, all I'm feeling is like, okay, so I'm just playing a game where I'm fighting other enemies just like the same as any other Call of Duty or first-person shooting game. Just once in a while, I have to shoot at some ants. Because the control-wise and everything, this just feels like any other first-person shooter game. The only difference I can feel is just I can do this little weird dash thing because I can't jump. But other than that, that's really much it. I feel like, you know, I'm doing basically everything else. I'm reloading my gun,
Reactor unstable.
and everything. Oh. Wait a minute. I wonder if I can really attempt to drop on top of one of them. Oh, there you go. Right there. There we go. Oh, well, there we go. I actually defeated a Titan with jumping on top of the Titan. Yay, me! Okay, now I'm back to getting myself my ass kicked. Although I guess maybe, you know, since you start getting the hang of the game once you actually play it for a while. I really have nothing that much against the game thing. It's alright and everything, and I don't feel bored, which that's a big plus, but I don't really feel anything that makes me feel like, wow, this game is so amazing. I am sorry, EA, that I doubted you or some crap like that. No, I just feel like, okay, so a lot of people probably got their fun. And heck, I can just say this, that if you're one of those people who like, hey, you're a PS4 fanboy, that's why you don't. And all I'm going to just say is like,
Listen up. We're doing
well,
nothing against these outlaws, but not by
I don't really seem to care much because, hey, this game is alright, and really, to be honest, I just can't wait to see maybe this, no doubt maybe the sequel will actually show up and make things better. And now I'm on top of this Titan. I didn't mean for that, but problem is with the being on top of the Titan is you can't really quite see so well. I just completed a mission and I'm barely doing anything. Okay, let's just spawn in a Titan. Yeah. So, yeah, this is just a Titanfall. It's kind of fun, but it's nothing that makes me feel like, wow, I wish I bought this game, and I feel like, wow, EA did the right thing, giving me these 48 hours to make me realize I was such an idiot not buying this game. I just feel like, okay, thanks EA, because you know what, this game was worth the 48 hours of play, because really, to be honest, I would have been just fine with, I would have had my fill with just maybe a demo or something, and while you didn't bother to give me a demo, you gave me 48 hours of the full game. Also, I kind of get a little annoyed every time that I'm playing this game and I'm hearing like, your title will be launched and stuff in a few minutes. I don't need to hear it all the time. I don't need to hear that all the time. In fact, in most cases, it's kind of better to play as a soldier because you don't move so freaking slow. Oh. You know, like, it feels like, okay, when you get into the Titans, you're gonna feel like, oh god, I'm playing Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty all over again. But when I'm actually playing as the soldier, I actually do feel like, wow, I'm actually doing something that's a little bit different from Call of Duty. I'm moving much faster and stuff, and I'm able to jump around walls and stuff. That's something, you know. I just feel like a broken record now. You know what? I feel like this is a mistake. I shouldn't have been playing this game by myself. I should get my brother. Get some sodas with him and just like sit around together and just talk crap with each other while we're playing the shit out of this. I almost feel like, hey, I'm going to be doing a rage select thing. Hey, and of course, I bet a lot of people don't know what rage select is. It's a website of guys commentating over games, and they should, and they're worth your time. Go ahead and see them. How long is this match going to last? Did I get kicked by someone? Yep, I apparently did. Alright, well, we'll just project into a Titan. Nope. They're goodies. Let's see if I can land on this Titan. Yep, I did.
Nice move. Now finish the job.
Oh. Oh, I see. Alright. I guess all I can say now while I watch this is that was Titanfall, everyone! I feel like I wasted you guys 40 minutes because I really had nothing much to say with this. Well, yeah, I died. Of course I missed my fucking ride. Anyway, guys, that was Titanfall. You can still call me a noob because I barely played much of this game and I'm pretty much new to it anyway, so yeah, I'm a noob. But yeah, okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think you probably would. Anyway, I'm Alex of Liquids. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And maybe I'll see you next time. See you later, everybody.